Hi, it's Rachel Greig, and in this video I'd like to share with you 25 different Christmas card ideas. So these cards have been created from our creative team and myself, and these are new Christmas cards. So there is a Christmas video that we've uploaded a few years ago with some different Christmas cards, and I'll just link that up there in the top right corner if you'd like to check that out. But these ones are all different cards to that previous video, so I just wanted to share them with you today to give you some creative ideas for your creative makes this Christmas. And these first ones here are created by Anneke de Clerck. So this one here, this is using the Enjoy the Magic small stamp, which has been embossed in white embossing powder over the top of this beautiful background. Now this background here is using the Christmas tree stencil, and you get the mask and the open stencil shape with that stencil, so it means then you can use the mask to then sponge around your background, and then you can use the stencil part to then sponge inside of the stencil to create your green Christmas tree. So it just gives you a little bit of variety there that you can use that stencil for, you know, lots of options. And I love what Anneke has done here. She's kind of created, almost looks like the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis. So it just gives a really nice mystical feel to it with these little drops here, just with a little white paint pen, and it just gives the illusion of little snowflakes coming down there. And then just a little bit of torn paper along the bottom, or created a stencil using that just to give that like little snow field there for that Christmas tree. This is another one that Anneke has created, and this time using the reindeer stencil and embossing it in white. So if I just show you there on screen, you can see how that's beautifully embossed there, which gives a nice little texture to it when you touch it here with your fingers there. And the background here, real nice painterly look with some leftover gel printing, and then stamped here with the Christmas script texture stamp. And also this is from the Yuletide Greetings stamp set, which is just a really nice stamp set that has different greetings in there for Christmas. And I love the little texture Anneke's got down here. This is just some like folded paper here and a little chipboard Christmas tree, and then finished off with a little bit of twine. This is another one by Anneke where she's used the Christmas small stamp, again just over a painterly background, and then added some washi tape. So this is a really cool way to use up some of your washi tape if you've got it in Christmas themes. This is like a black and silver, you might have red and green or any other colour. And then Anneke has also made her own little Christmas tree for that one. Another one here by Anneke, this is using the Pine Leaves frame stamp, and then the Joyful Christmas Santa. And then this is a sentiment from the Stitched Christmas stamp set, and then the plaid background stamp. So it's a really nice mix here of stamps on this card, and also the really nice soft colours, so the pink and the green, rather than doing it in a red and green. So yeah, you can think creatively there with your colour choices and how you can use stamps that aren't necessarily Christmas, but you can use them to decorate your backgrounds and create Christmas cards with them. This one here, this is by Belinda Spencer, and Belinda's used the peel paint background stamp and then the Stitched Threads frame stamp as her like the base for this Christmas card, and then using the Stitched Christmas stamp set for these little trees, and she's cut one out to actually add a little bit of dimension on top there. And then this sentiment is also from that Stitched Christmas stamp set. So I'll be listing all of the stamps that were used on these cards in the description below on the YouTube description. So feel free to check that out if you want to see an entire stamp set of what is included for that stamp set, not just what's on these cards. And this next slot here, these are from Godelieve Tijskens in Belgium. And here she's used that same Christmas small stamp. So this is the same one here that Anneke was using. It's a really nice, nice little hand colouring there just to give it that Christmas feel. Here's another one using that Christmas small stamp and just using the pine cones Christmas stamp, the Starry Night stencil, and creating it here with oxide inks to just give it that really nice soft look to it. This one here, this is another one by Godelieve, and she's also used that reindeer stencil. And the one good thing about that reindeer stencil is you can use it in two different ways. So you can have it facing right or you can have it facing left. It just depends on which way you want it to go on your card. And this one here is using the mixed media or speckle embossing powder, which gives it that really nice little shimmer there to your reindeer. And it's over a really nice inky background, and then using the Christmas script texture stamp, which has been embossed as well. So you can kind of hear that, that texture there when I run my fingers over the top there. So that just creates a really nice card. And I really love that vellum circle that's been die cut and just placed underneath. It just creates a nice little soft effect for that card. I'll just move these over so you can still see that card there. So these next three cards, these are all from Godelieve as well, and these are using the Fine Baubles stamp set. Now that stamp set has different size baubles, and I just love how you can create different effects just depending on the colours you choose, so that you've got this real nice natural look to this one. And this is using the Christmas word block stamp. And then this one here, you've got the blues and greens, which looks really, really nice over that distressed background. Now this, the text here, the word block has been embossed with different shades of embossing powder. So you've got the green here and then going to the little aqua colour there. And then all of these are embossed as well and layered up. So it just gives that really nice look. And this one here, this is like the pinks and the greys, which is a real nice soft look. And then using little glossy accents just to colour in certain little bits here of the baubles, and it just really highlights those baubles. You can see that gloss there when I just move that card around. And Godelieve's also used the splatter background and the crackle background as well on the card. These next few cards, these are created by Connie Mercer, and I really love how Connie layers up her different stamps here. So she has used the Pine Leaf Eclectic Stamp. She's used the Christmas Squares Collage Stamp, which have all been coloured in. And then in the background, that Stitched Threads Frame Stamp and the Christmas Word Block. So it's just a beautiful little card there. Now, these ones here from Connie, she has used that reindeer stencil. And this is a really creative way on using this stencil. You can see here how she's put different types of paste through it. And this one's got a little bit of glitter through it as well. And it just gives you that really nice shimmery look for your cards. And then Connie's also used stamps here from the Christmas Reindeer stamp set. So you've got some different sentiments here and little postmarks as well. Here's another couple of cards from Connie where she's done some really beautiful layering here of these stamps and stencils. So on this card here, she's used the brick wall stencil and the Christmas tree stencil, and then layered it up with stamps from the Joyful Christmas stamp set. And then on this card here, Connie has created a really subtle background here using the Snowflakes Eclectic Stamp. You can just see the snowflakes here, just there behind that Christmas tree. And she's used the Brushed Christmas stamp set here for the Christmas tree. Some different sentiments here for the Christmas and the little Merry Mail Santa. And this is also one of our abstract stamps. So this is called Striped Rings, which is not necessarily a Christmas stamp, but again, you can use it for Christmas stamps and Christmas makes. And I just love how Connie's just used little elements from our different stamp sets to create that card. So these last few sets of Christmas cards are the ones that I've created. And this one here, I'll just show you this one first. This is using that Joyful Christmas stamp set where I've used the Santa, and I've just given him a little bit of stickles there for the bottom of his little Santa hat. And then laid it up here with the 25 that's inside that stamp set. And then using the Lots of Labels stamp set, which is really handy for creating little circles and other labels for your cards. This is one of the sentiments from that stamp set. And then I've used different texture stamps for the background and just stamped it in white paint on red cardstock. This one here is using that Yuletide's Greetings stamp set and then layering it up with foliage pieces from the Pine Cones stamp set. And I've just added some little pearls here to the card. Just adds a nice little finishing touch to the card. And for this one here, I've stamped inside of it. So the Yuletide Greetings stamp set has these large greetings on there, but then it also has some smaller ones which are really good for stamping on the inside of your cards. Here are two cards here where I have used the Fine Baubles stamp set and then used other Christmas sentiments here to combine with it. And now these baubles, I've just stamped them using some jet black archival ink and then coloured them in with distress inks and then added some little stickles here to different parts of the card to highlight and give a little bit of shimmer. So you can see there when I just move that card around how you can see the little shimmer and shine inside those stars and then inside these little decorative elements of these baubles. So that's a really fun and relaxing way to use these stamps. And these last two cards here are using the Snowflakes border stamp, and you can see how you can create different effects just depending on what colorway you'd like to use. So this one here, there is a video on our YouTube channel showing how this was created, just stamping it straight onto the red cardstock, embossing it with the Snowflake Tinsel embossing powder, and then adding the Ho Ho Ho, which is from the Christmas Sentiments stamp set. And then this one here, I've embossed it in gold tinsel. You can see the little shimmer there on that stamp, and then using the Christmas Sentiment stamp for adding my little sentiment. So I hope this has given you some ideas on how you can create some beautiful Christmas cards this Christmas. I've linked to all of the stamps and stencils used in these cards in the YouTube description below. If you'd like to see more inspiration, please check out our blog at darkroomdoor.com. Thanks so much for watching.